Today we are going to visit a business that believes in transparency, sustainability and that supports good working conditions for their artisans. I'm talking about a local German shoe brand called Cano shoes. Moreover, they strive to bring to the world good quality leather shoes, following a traditional Mexican method. Let's drop by, say hi and find out more.
My name is Lucas, this is Philip, and we're the two founders of Cano. We're doing this since 2016.
The whole idea started all the way back in 2014. I went to study exchange to Mexico, and my Mexican girlfriend, she gifted me a pair of shoes for Christmas. And I thought they were wonderful, so when I came back, and actually the idea was to have an alternative for men's shoes, because usually men's shoes, like in summer, you can either have sandals, like or flip-flops, but most of the time it's like shoes that are not really stylish. And I thought, well, those were a really cool alternative. So when then I came back, I talked to Lucas. Lucas was like, hey, that's such a cool idea, let's do this. We went back to Mexico to look for suppliers, so we would travel to see all the artisans and literally like go from one like living room to the next one to visit all the different people to get to know like the best people in that craft. And we traveled across Mexico really to find them, and that's when it all started.
Does it mean that you know exactly who makes your shoes?
Yes, we know them all personally, like every single member of our supply chain. So we know the leather tanneries, the people that work in the leather tanneries. We know literally every single of our artisans by name, and we always like when we come to the factory, we greet them, we hug them, we have lunch together. They are always super excited when we come there because like they really like that we treat them like friends and not as like, you know. Sometimes the relationship is a bit different, but we like to appreciate all their work, what they do for us, because without them we wouldn't be able to sell these kind of shoes. So.
Yeah, and if you look at the shoes, what a great quality. And I love the design. This is like a traditional Mexican design, or
yes, it's a very traditional Mexican shoe, and it's famous for its leather pattern. So the leather is cut into small strings, and they are woven back together into different patterns, and that makes it like kind of the perfect summer shoe. Because first of all, it looks very different, very stylish. And on the other hand, because it's not one big surface, but it's just strings, like air comes naturally into the shoe, so you don't start sweating, and it's much better for the food.
Yeah, a lot of work. And you have something very special also inserted in the shoe, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
So what we decided was, okay, we want to give a little back, and we really want to make sure that the people understand that this shoe is not coming from us, but from Mexico, because it's a traditional Mexican product made by Mexicans with a lot of expertise and really like, you know, skill to make the shoe.
You're very proud of it.
So what we did was that we integrate in every of our shoe an NFC tag. That's like a little data chip if you want, and every of our artisan puts his or her information onto the chip. So if one person worked on this shoe, he or she puts his or her information on this chip, and the end consumer can use our Cano app to scan this NFC tag and get all the information about the people that worked on his or her product.
It would be super nice if in the future we just walk in the store and just like scan with our phones and see where it all comes from. It's like a whole different thing. Yeah.
We really actually work on that. It takes up at least 50% of our time right now. It's like a completely different business. We use this transparency solution we have already and make sure that also brands can use it without manipulating the data, because it's of course super important, because as the end consumer you want to have data that's actually true, and you don't want anyone to be able to manipulate it. So what we do is that we get all the suppliers of one supply chain into one network, and we put a blockchain around it. So that everyone in this supply chain can actually contribute to approving information or declining it in case something is wrong. So no one can actually cheat something, and when something is in the blockchain, it's saved forever, and no one can actually change something.
And here are the samples, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
all the colors.
And this is all made dyed with vegetables.
Yeah.
So pretty. I had no idea that you can have so many different colors. So it's no problem for a brand to find tanneries that
I wouldn't say so. I mean, it's still tough because only like I think 10% is made vegetable tanned leather.
Yeah.
So there are not so many tanneries out there, but if you look, you find some, and they do a really great job. So that's really good.
It's just way more expensive than from tanned leather. Like because the whole process to tan the leather takes up to 60 days. Because it's then air dried and like it's a entirely natural process. And like for chrome, tan leather takes 5 days.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, come on, you guys, a small brand, and you did it. So I'm pretty sure that if you really want to do this, you can do this,
Of
right?
course, yeah.
Give us some advice on how to take better care of them so we can wear them for longer.
Yeah, I mean, like, let's start with the caring. That's super important, I would say, because I mean, leather is a natural product and it's amazing for shoes, but it still always needs some care. Usually the biggest risk is water and if it's too dry. So what can happen is, for example, if your leather gets wet and then it's getting too dry, you put them under your, like, you know, like your heating or something, and then it can happen that the leather dries out. And it starts to break, and that's of course very dangerous. So what you have to make sure is that if the shoe gets wet or if you put them at a too warm place, that you give it enough moisture on it. So you can, I mean, there are many great products out there. I would always go for something natural again. So don't use something like super chemical and just put like a huge layer on top. So make sure that you get like some very natural oil, something to put them on it, so the leather stays smooth and can't break.
Natural oil.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed, of course, with your business. It's beautiful. You keep going. I wish you all the luck in the world. Yeah, and, all the success. And you know, you are living proof for me that it can be done ethically, it can be done sustainably. You just have to want it, and you just gotta do it. Yeah, that's all.
That's true.
That's all you need to do. So thank you so much for having us, and I'll see you in the Fashion Revolution event. Yeah, this
On Thursday,
Thursday.
of course.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.